It is March 24th, 2026. Today was back in buys. And later today we got gi jujitsu because Brandon recently got his black belt. So we're going up there to Wolf Hills today for gi jujitsu. And then I don't know if we'll have practice at Hungry because I don't know if Devin's going to go to that or not. But if we do, it'll be Muay Thai. It'll be Muay Thai, so we'll go over the workout real quick. We started out with deadlift. I did 3 sets of 4 because I don't believe that excessive amount of deadlifting is good for you. It really isn't. It's bad for your back. So I only did 3 sets of 4. I started with 275. Easy. Pretty easy. Then 315. I'd say that's pretty moderate. And then 335. 335 for 6. That was a bit of a struggle. I think I could get 8. Like a PR would be like 335 for 8. Which is progress from, I think, like the start of this year, my sophomore year. Oh, no, I'm not a sophomore. Junior year. My PR was, I never like 1 rep max deadlift, but it was 315 for 5. So 335 for 8, I think is a good improvement. Because especially since I don't deadlift, I would not be deadlifting right now if it wasn't for me not being comfortable because of my knee and now my foot. Like, yeah, I probably should say my freaking foot was like purple. Not like terribly purple, but it was a little purple yesterday. So I did not go to gi jujitsu afterwards because of the knee, my ankle. It's hurt. It's not injured, but it definitely hurts right now. So that's where we're at with that. And then after deadlift, we move on to concentration curls, where you just do one arm at a time. It's like a off-brand preacher curl. I did 4 sets of 6. I used the 35s for the first 2 sets and the 40s for the second 2 sets. I didn't like the movement. I didn't feel the mind to muscle connection very well. It was hard, but not in the good way. I don't like it. But then we move on to hammer curls, 4 sets of 6, and used 35s for the first one. I was like, this is way too easy. So I did the 40s for the next 3 sets. I really do like hammer curls. It's good for my sport because your arms in jiu-jitsu are very important. So, like, I know technically if you're like a bodybuilder, you only need like 25-pound dumbbells just to get like massive arms. Like, you don't need to go crazy with it. But like for me, I need the strength of my arms. Like, I want to get to a point where my arm is as strong as an average person's leg to like grip stuff and pull it in. Because agree to disagree, but like in my opinion, grappling is a more upper body sport. And legs are important though, don't get me wrong, for explosiveness and whatnot. But then what do we have after that? After hammer curls, we move on to barbell rows, and that was also 4 sets of 6. If y'all can see a pattern now. Oh crap. Something in the road. That was also 4 sets of 6. I used 135 throughout. The first 5 reps felt really good. Not that it was easy, but it went well. But I feel like I had to ego lift a little bit on that last rep. So maybe we'll keep that weight for next time and just try to get the perfect reps with it. But overall, we use just 135 through all of that. Then, moving on, we have bicep 21s, which I've explained this a few times, but like, it's like, apparently I've been doing them wrong. So you go 7 reps in the all the way down to half rep range, and then you do half rep range to up for 7, and then you do full range for 7. I used 55 for that, and I wouldn't say it was failure, but it was very darn close to it. 3 sets of that, so it's 21 reps total. That's why it's called 21s. Use 55s, so we might go to 60s. I'm not too sure, but we probably will. So, yeah, that was the workout. That kind of took all the time up. I was going to do pull-ups, like 3 sets of pull-ups to failure, but I didn't have time to. But yeah, good little workout, and I'll go log that. It's kind of weird. I feel like I haven't made any progress. And it's not like I backtrack. I did backtrack a little yesterday, and I think I talked about that, like with the bench. Specifically dumbbell bench, not really bench. My bench was fine. But there's just certain movements that weren't as good, or it was just the same. Like, nothing progressed from the last week. It just stayed the same. And I think that's because of the max week. But, you know, maybe that's healthy, maybe not. I'm not too sure. I mean, you can't expect to go up 5 pounds on everything every week. I know there's some people who believe in that, but they're probably on steroids. So, yeah. But, yeah, get home, rest up a little bit, and then we'll head to jiu-jitsu. I have no clue how this is going to look because it's in this mode. But we're just going to freeball it because I have to charge my phone right now. We're not going to Muay Thai because practice didn't end until like 7:45, and I didn't get out until 8. Well, I guess 8 right now. So yeah, it was a belt ceremony, but that's not my main gym, so obviously I didn't get any belt. Also forgot my belt, so I just threw a white belt on. Good little practice. We worked on like dive passes, and then not counters, but like what to do if the dive pass fails, and then we did passing rolling, like either your top bottom, but like it's 5 people down at a time, and there was 5 rounds of it total. Yeah, that's the word. I think I did pretty well. I was going to try to do knee bars, but it's really hard to do knee bars on someone who, you know, like, I guess it's just the premise of how the game works. It didn't really work out that way. So, I guess we'll count that as 5 rounds total. So yeah, I mean, not that much training, but I was drenched. Probably, the big probable reason is because I was at a gi, but like, it was pretty intense, I will say that. So, yeah. Alright, well, that pretty much wraps it up for the day. I'm sorry I didn't get any filming. Like I said, it was a ceremony, so I didn't want to, ruin anything. And I don't think I've explained this before, but there's a phone policy, so I'm not allowed to film at school, so that kind of throws that out of the question there. So, yeah. Alrighty.